Hello everyone, this is GrayShot117 here, bringing you another Company of Heroes 2 commentary. This time it is a 3v3 on Lizard Factory, and might I say, if not dare say, that this could be one of the best Company of Heroes 2 replays I have ever done and ever played. Why do I say this? Well, watch and find out. But in any case, it starts off with Tank Killer not loading into the game. Or not at least having issue loading into the game. It takes him some time to get past the loading screen, but Tank Killer manages to eventually move from his barracks and to then start getting riflemen. Myself, I am on, if we look on this screen, I will be pushing units left as I'm on the left side. My brother will be in the middle, blocking this area and supporting either myself while we try to grab the fuel and then also the munitions point, very key to winning this game, because it's very hard to get this point as they usually lock down this area with, especially the Germans, with fortifications. As you can see here, Wind Valley is Oberkommando and put fortifications doctrine. So if he puts up two MG bunkers right here and a Pak 43 behind one of these heavy cover points, wow, is that a tough obstacle to get through. Now we have that kid, whatever, elite troops doctrine, that's what he's going. And then we also have Trip. There you go, I'm just saying Trip. Also in the enemy team. They've already picked their doctrines. We have Breakthrough Doctrine, again, Jagdtiger, very good. A Sturm officer as well. Can really help out infantry groups. If you shoot the Sturm officer, it'll instantly retreat units, so I highly recommend that. Fortifications, as I mentioned, Pak 43, and also the field defenses. The Young artilleries also can be very good or very bad, depending on how you use it. And that kid went the elite troops doctrine, meaning he can rank up his own troops. Panzer Tactician's amazing. Model stun grenades are also very good, and Tiger Ace is very, very good. Because you do not need fuel, you just need 800 munitions. Not too bad, but it will decrease your fuel by a huge amount. In any case, as you can see here, I, thinking ahead and thinking very smart, wanted to put barbed wire here. Why? So that way when they come around, they would have a hard time trying to get behind this heavy cover. Not knowing that this red guy had pushed up. He's like, oh, I'll capture this point. No, let's help fight. So he moves up his Kubwagen. I think he was chasing my engineer squad. This is what you don't do. Tell him to hit a specific area, but because I saw this, I'm like, alright, fire, take it out. Boom. Kubel chased it. Lured to death. Now, again, I see red and I'm like, oh my god, he's pushing on my side. I may need a little help, guys. Cannons explode, do a little damage. I'm running my MG back to this point. I have a second MG coming up, which I will hold here. I will first here. That way I can try to suppress these Sturm Pioneers. Because Sturm Pioneers are really, really good close up. But what they lack is long-range capabilities. What they also lack is the anti-armor. And we have, my brother went, I guess, the Rifle Command, which gets... Rifle Command. Yeah, special rifle, to get the scout car. The problem with the scout car is the Grenadiers from the normal Wehrmacht using a Panzerfaust. They can hit the scout car and knock its engine out and essentially make it very difficult for the scout car to engage because the engine's gone. That being said, my MGs here can pin their troops. They did move up Volks, but I do have another MG trying to suppress. And also I have Pioneers in the back moving up to heal that scout car. Conscripts moving up, trying to do some damage. And they are falling back. We have another Pioneer squad moving up. And we also have an MG guarding their position over here. Good arc. No way to... unless you come in from multiple angles. Very hard to flank. Now, if we check on Tank Killer, we can see that they actually had a nice little Volk blob. And they blocked Tank Killer from moving in. Tank Killer's trying to move up, but as you can see... he has a couple troops while they have a lot more in heavy cover. So, he's going to have some issues. They finally cap in this area. Anyway, so we finally push back the Grenadiers. Move up conscripts that get repaired. They're going to move back their Pioneer squad as they are very low on health. But now they have this MG. But here's the thing. They up the MG to make it very powerful. So if an MG suppresses your units, it's more likely to inflict more casualties on your units and to kill your units. So as you can see, the MG is hitting that conscript squad. I break. I see this. I'm like, alright. Duck it. Just charge. I push this guy to the as far left as possible, and move this guy to the far right. That way, if the MG is focused here, I can move with another area and flank it. Again, MG can only hit one specific area and really suppress those troops. If you come in from 2 different angles, I don't care if you only have 2 troops. You can bum rush the MG and do some damage. Now, if all your troops are together, then that's a different story. And as you can see, I did kind of lose some conscripts. But on the positive note, I'd have an AT. So that way, if they get a scout car or something, I'll be able to counter and also help with artillery. As you can see now, he's using his, so great troops training. It does cost a lot of fuel and manpower to get them ranked up. So while it's good, it can be very costly. I'm also very surprised he didn't rank up a sniper, because that's the first thing I would think of. And the reason why is because if you rank this thing up, as you can see right here, to just vet 1, you get that special incendiary round, which essentially just kills huge groups of infantry. My brother is now focused over here as they are destroying, absolutely destroying. He better throw a satchel. No satchel? I'll throw a satchel right there. He probably would have ran away. But as you can see, my brother's trying to move up sniper teams, infantry, along with tank killers forces with a combined arms tactic of riflemen and conscripts with a sniper team. I love that camo of the sniper team. Really, really cool. Try to engage and push back over here. I'm holding back this area. I tell my brother to go support him because of the fact, like, if they're going to be, I have enough defenses and whatnot in place. My MG's here guarding that flank. My other MG's here guarding this flank. Conscripts here behind heavy cover, and AT gun guarding this major side. Along with, I think I placed a mine over here. I think I will. But, essentially, I'm just trying to hold. They put this MG bunker here, and they also, I think, get a mortar. Yeah, it's right here. I can't believe I didn't see that. Along with their sniper. The German sniper got a health upgrade, so it's actually really, really good right now. I love his camo. You can see him right there. Just hiding. But he's hiding and will snipe anyone that comes in the range. But I'm not stupid. I'm not going to go over there. And I think I moved my conscripts. Yeah, here. Just in case. They tried to bust through. But I put a mine here. Which kind of stopped them. And they retreated. We look over here. Nice job blocking this up. The barbed wire right through the tank traps. And we look on here. They have a Volk squad, as you can see, that blew everything up. They may have seen me put the mine and then just fired a Panzerschreck at it. But they're trying to move behind our lines. Conscript squad here. Conscript squad moving from behind. That thing is dead. Now, sniper teams and MGs and all sorts of other stuff are trying to push in. They have this bunker right here. That's going to make it very difficult to kill it. And look at this. A nice little Oberkommando blob equipped with the Sturmofficer, which actually gives a nice little power up for all them. Running through the MG, most likely going to kill that assault engineer. Oh wow, I'm surprised it lived. These guys are suppressed. Tank killers units moving in, but the Volk blob moving up along with these suppressed units. Gonna have to probably retreat this back. In the meantime, I'm like, I'm surprised tank killer doesn't use smoke because he has 70 manpower to smoke here. That way these troops get unpinned. But in any case, they now have a sniper team right here. I'm like, god damn it. They also have this Volk. Not Volk, sorry. Grenadier squad that's 3 stars, and 3-star Grenadiers get you increased squad survivability and weapon control while under fire. And this unit gains experience. Wait. And advanced rifle training improves weapon accuracy. If you have that with the MG42, that makes it a very deadly combination. I love how this thing is still suppressed, still firing, not killing it, not even fully suppressing it. No idea why. Maybe the sniper, but the sniper's out of range. It's hitting my AT. No idea. We do have another MG back here, guarding against the flank. But they will use rifle grenade and do some damage. I move up conscripts because they are pushing on my front. And I do not want to lose this area. Luckily, this thing's still here. Conscripts firing, conscripts holding. Trying to kill this Pioneer squad. He's going to retreat it, otherwise he'll die. I'm then going to, I think, equip this. No. Oh, scout car moves up. Because my brother's attack over here kind of failed. I don't say his attack, but essentially the attack they tried over here. Oh, throw satchel. Throw satchel. Throw satchel. Throw satchel. Throw satchel. And my brother does throw satchel. Man, that could have caused some real damage. Are they going to catch fire because of the tree? Oh, that would be really cool. Wow, is this thing still here, Tank Killer? Oh my god. In any case, with the scout car support and also my combat engineers, which will move up and help, we'll be able to push this Grenadier squad back. Now, that being said, Tank Killer with the Armor Company, I guess we're all talking about our doctrines, because I'm about to pick mine. So, Tank Killer with the Armor Doctrine, and that will allow him to get the Bulldozer, very nice. Howitzer, which is really good. Assault Engineers, and if you're wondering why get those, they can deploy mines out of control. Are you kidding me? Oh, the mortar must have killed it. 1 star, that's very ballsy. Mortar moving up, I'm just like, F it. Let's move up some troops, capture the point. Tank Killer taking some heavy losses while trying to recap this area. They're double teaming over here. At this point, in case you're wondering what Tank Killer's doing, he's also kind of disappointed because, like, oh, I'm sleepy, stuff like that. Nice! Nice satchel charge, that's what I'm talking about. Kills both bunkers, which eliminates their MG support. So, yeah, that's going to do some serious damage because, again, now they lost 120 manpower and 250 manpower and 120 munitions, which is a big blow to the Wehrmacht. At least munitions-wise, because they're not exactly getting that much. That's a lot of munitions. Oh, never mind, 53. Oh, sorry, I was looking at this guy. No, wait, 50. Why is he getting 53? He's getting 53 munitions per turn. While these guys are only getting 22. I guess just the overcommando. Oh wait, they may be, yep, they're rushing for fuel. They are both rushing for fuel. Let's see what they have. They have this awesome little Lukes, which is about to get its butt whooped. Oh wait, nope. Oh my god, stop chasing its AK. Just run away. That thing is barely alive and gonna retreat. So they have quite a bit. Dark Kid has bring in more Grenadiers. If you're wondering why, I love shock troops. I love shock troops, and man, I love MG42s. Thanks, Grenadiers. Thanks, 3-star and 2-star Grenadier squad that I owned using smoke and grabbed their MG42. Thank you so much. In any case, he has to restock. And then we have this guy who has a Stuka, but his Stuka is mainly focusing on the left and holding this point. So as you can see, this game's not going well. We have nearly 100 points left. This point's being taken. I'm still holding over here. I'm thinking that, again, I'm not trying to push up all that much. I will shortly, once I get my shock troops back up and start pushing. But my fear is the fact that if I push, I don't know what's over there. And I really don't want MG to pin my troops and I have to retreat them all the way back to base. Because that's a big strain. I'd rather wait for my units to hold here and then push up when ready. But to be fair, then all these Grenadiers can then move up. So it's a risk of war type scenario. Mortar carriage? Oh, no, sorry, that's a light tank, I believe. Yep, that's a Stuart. Oh my god, the Lukes, once again, moving up and killing that infantry. Lukes, awesome anti-infantry vehicle. Completely and utterly sucks versus other tanks. Unless you're like a barely alive Tiger, then apparently you can kill it. I've seen that before. Sorry, Red Man. But, in the meantime, they're focusing together. They're getting a nice big group, and they'll try to hold back this. And my brother's strategy is very simple. He's going to go, I think he's going to go Katusha, if I am not mistaken. Also, Incendiary helps. What also doesn't help? Stuka. At least the fire pushes their infantry back. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's a lot of troops dead. And Tank Killer is kind of in bad shape right now. In the meantime, I'm going to push up with troops. Artillery knocks out the sniper, and I'm going to move in with my shock troops once again. Because they hate me. Oh, they hate me. Now, watch what I do to be a total dick. First, get behind heavy cover. Because guess what? Shock troops with the MG42, pretty good. So, unfortunately, I couldn't do squat because I don't think I had the munitions. Or maybe I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I didn't have the munitions. So, I find heavy cover. Hughes rifle grenade took me out. MG is going to start suppressing. They have G42 rifles, and at this point I'm like, yeah, they have this doctrine. If they don't have this doctrine, I will be very surprised, because, again, Star Infantry, stuff like that, that's all the signs of this guy having elite armor doctrine. Move up my engineers, start burning these grenadiers, and the normal engineers are pretty bad versus grenadiers, but you give them the flamethrower, and oh my god, will they burn some infantry and do really well. Think of it like toy soldiers. Bullets, nah, they'll go through like Swiss cheese, but hey, you get a flamethrower, they'll melt and do some serious damage. Anyway, he's going to be pushed back. Slowly but surely. I don't want to move up too much because I know they have an MG there. I moved up with shock troops. But I'm still going to chase it, and I'm like, nope, not doing it. In any case, I moved over a T-34 as well. That's what I got. Helped secure this area and push back their armor. But as you can see, they are not done just yet and still have an entire goddamn blob equal to what me and GTA faced on probably like the week before in my replay. Except this one is a lot more close up. Look at all that infantry. That is blobbing 101. That is serious blobbing. They're moving up. They have a lot of troops. Oh, wow. Hold them back, riflemen. Nice grenade. Oh, please be a good... Oh, nice grenade. Lieutenant doing very well from the side, doing some damage. We have a Jag Panzer moving up, trying to do some damage. Luke's being healed, but the Stuka's coming in. He's going to fall that back. Wow, that great defense they had. Not doing so well. But the Katusha comes in and starts firing, doing some massive damage on the enemy forces, pulling them back to a very close retreat point. So, well, 2-star Lukes. In the meantime, they've also pushed up. My T-34s over here doing a lot of damage. I'm doing free gun rank 9. Tank Killer's 9. My brother's 9. Alright, not too bad. But anyway, I have this here. I'm going to repair it as soon as possible. I have multiple Pioneer squads because of the fact I want to make some fuel points, as I have been doing, to try to help our team. We block this area pretty well. Block this area up really well. And also, if you're wondering why this line, secondary and also for cover. But now they're moving up a Panzer IV, and I'm like, I'm not going to face it there. Oh, looks like they placed a minefield down. They even see it. AT guns here. AT gun along with the T-34 can easily hold this thing back. And though the MG42s think, oh, we can move up and try to do some damage, they're out of range, and my AT gun's still able to take it out. And now it's started. Or, you know, now can I use extended range to see if tanks come around. So that's very nice. I also have, as you can see here, a KV-1. Because I went this doctrine. It's called the counterattack doctrine. Oh, watch me literally destroy these Grenadier squads. Because they're like, oh, retreat. We'll retreat. Take out that MG42. Wait for it. Wait for it. And that's how you be a dick, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you become a dick. Now their Panzer IV, he got 2, remember. He bring up his second one thinking it will have some sort of advantage over my KV. While my gun is equal to a T-34, which, by the way, Panzer IVs, I typically find to kill them very easily. What it doesn't lack is what doesn't have is the armor support. Meaning, while he can fire all the shots he wants, most of the time they won't pierce. Allowing for my T-34 and KV-1 to easily kill it without even scratching KV-1 armor. Again, to really do damage against a KV-1, you need either like armor pens on like vehicles that are like low like that, or what you need is very simply, ladies and gentlemen, a Panther or another heavy tank. Again, it takes a advanced medium tank or probably another. Well, AT guns can bounce as well, but like serious armor pen to actually pierce KV-1's hide. But in any case, in the meantime, I believe I've placed some mines. I'm going to be placing a mine here. I have troops here guarding, and I'm also moving up my troops here to guard in case of a counter. On this right-hand side, though, they're planning all sorts of tanks and infantry and stuff. Not sure why Tank Killer attacked with a Lukes, but, you know, whatever. Also, he has a Wolverine. The Wolverine is good. Oh, nice shot. It didn't do anything, but, yeah, nice shot. Wolverine is not as good as a Jackson, but because of the recent update, it'll do some damage. Problem, This thing is a Jagdpanzer with amazing front armor. I use a recon over the area. So I think my brother is now going to use Incendiary. Yep, because he sees this. So, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Burn, baby, burn. All your troops you're not paying attention to. Because literally, this guy's not paying attention. And his troops are slowly burning to death. Wow. Yep. And that's why you pay attention. But they have a Jagdpanzer, a Lux, and a KV. I bring up my T-34 along with my brother's S-285. This will take the damage. This will dish out the damage. Katyusha fire coming in, causing some major damage. By the way, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have 16 points left. Meaning, we must essentially hold this point and this point to make sure that we do well. Now, as you can see here, that kid is repairing the bridge I just blew up, which I really have to say, really. Also, I loved how this thing ran this way and was like, nope, and ran back. Really? Why not run up here? Seriously. Shock troops are going to do some damage until rifle grenades come up and just murder it before I have a chance to retreat, which really disappoints me. There goes second one. Boom. I'm very mad. My KV-1's going to get some payback. My mine blew up some of their forces. And yeah, I'm going to get payback. The Jagdpanzer's still here, but it's an anti-armor vehicle, not infantry. So he's going to move up with his infantry, do some damage. What is this? Wolverine's going to dish it out. Go throw a grenade, kill the Stern Pioneers. This thing's now stuck. It's going to die in that low corner of his. Ooh, Stuka knocks out that Su-85, but my brother has enough munitions to bring it back. Again, they're taking heavy losses over here, while Red keeps coming over here and trying to take back this area. I have a KV here guarding, so this area will be watched. I also have other troops moving in, trying to secure this area, that way we can hold this star, because this star is vital as much as this star is. And I can't help them out as much, because again, if I divert troops over here, all they have to do is bum rush the star and they win the game. We can't let that happen. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is the, yep, assault artillery. Not sure why. They must have thought we had like a big counterattack waiting right here. Nope. Not really. I did put up some more munitions points in the meantime. Also, I think I put some mines. No, maybe not yet. They still have this thing here. I didn't even know about that. Oh, I'm using my KV to blow the bridge because, you know, I don't want them to have a bridge here. I want to destroy that. That way I only have to guard here and here. And this one's big enough as it is. So, and by big enough, I mean, like, they can swarm and get a heavy cover really fast. So, that's my issue. But anyway, they're over here. And for whatever reason, they're like, God, you know what we need to do? Push behind enemy lines. Because, and also they have this blob here. Very smart, or at least, you know, not having it all in one same place. But they are decapping this point. I do another recon plane, which my pretty much my doctrine allows. I have another KV here, and my other KV just got deployed and is moving up to dish out some damage at this point. Now, we need to make sure they stop decapping this point. And also, guess what? Blob. Katyusha fire over in this area, not sure what it's doing. They kind of retreat and then get back in. Okay, Tank Killer's awesome in this. Gets out his tank crew, fire. I use my KV. He retreats because of it. Gets back in, dishes out some more damage. We move up Riflemen to actually hold up and secure, and they're going to retreat just because of the overwhelming blob. And I think a sorry, what is that thing called? Nope, never mind. Yeah, Stuka fires at this location, hurting some of our troops, but luckily my brother's shock troops, along with Riflemen, are able to hold and secure this point. Now, in the meantime, I move up my engineer squad to cap this point. You may be wondering, why do I have my engineer squad all the way over here? Why am I not focusing on the left, where they just pushed and they retook this area? First, all they have is a KV-1. I'm going to rush up, throw an AT grenade, blew up this area. This thing doesn't stand a chance. Now, secondly, MG. I have it guarding this area, I have an MG here, and I have an AT gun. This Panzer IV not going to stand really all that much of a chance. Also, if you're wondering why I've suddenly lost and gained manpower, it's simple. On that sector, I'm going to build a howitzer. Why? Because they keep attacking relentlessly through that one tiny opening, and it's ridiculous. So, again, if you don't adapt to what your enemy does, what's the point in playing this game? Rear armor? How the hell did he fire rear armor? Did it bounce around the corner like a Halo 3 sniper bullet and just hit me in the back? I'm gonna have to retreat these conscripts, but luckily I have shock troops moving up, and I hate to break it to you, you're not gonna live. You're just not. Shock troops destroy. Good job, shock troops. I'm gonna move this thing back, move up, well, as soon as it gets repaired, my engineer. I have a howitzer being developed right here. Why here? It's literally a straight shot all the way to that point. A literal straight shot, meaning if they send infantry here, not only can I activate my pretty much my howitzer ability and not have to fire all the way back here, which you can. I mean, I could start pounding. Yeah, I could start hitting actually pretty far into their like locale and maybe hurt some of these buildings, but my main concern is the infantry blob that keeps coming around this corner. So essentially I will have the barrage ability and I'll have the direct fire ability, which I can use, I think, like, starting, like, in this general vicinity, to then fire, because I think, like, right here's the cap for it, and then anything past here I can hit. So just keep firing and hitting everything. Su-85's here. As you can see, though, Orange is like, F this. We failed over here so many times. Let me attack this guy, because, you know, Red, you suck. You haven't done very well in a while. Put down smoke, try to get close, throw a grenade. Doesn't work. I'm like, oh, no, this is bad. Gonna retreat it. At least that like delayed his troops while he figured out what the heck he was doing, but that gave me time to figure out what I was doing. Moving over an engineer squad, got KV-1, move over a second KV-1, move over an AT gun, and I'm gonna hold the biggest goddamn defensive line Stalingrad has ever seen, because we are in Stalingrad and there's no way these Germans are pushing any deeper into my territory. Not after I just retook it. No way, no how. They're going down. So like a Wild West shootout, my KV-1s begin to fire. They move up their squads to cap. I'm like, no you goddamn don't. MG, suppress. KV still firing, doing some damage. Katyusha. Yeah, Katyusha firing in this area. AT gun hitting that Panther. That Panther's falling the heck back, because, yeah, my guns might not be able to pierce it that much, but oh man, Will Jackson pierced that goddamn Panther armor. Katyusha fire still going in. Incendiary barrage hitting it. KV still firing. They're moving up. Artillery from my AT gun. And then I'm going to move up. Let's move up the engineer squad or conscript squad to quickly stop them milliseconds from capturing it. I do mean milliseconds. Look at that, people. Murder their squads. They lose a whole ton of infantry, and we managed to hold this goddamn point. That's right, motherfuckers. You're not getting this point. Not while I'm still around. My KV-1 is now 1 star, which means it itself can secure points. Very, very nice. But I can't fire, so you know, that's that small counter. My artillery is now up. They now have a Panzer IV. Guess what, Panzer IV? You move up any closer, and my AT gun will start to destroy you. And I try to move it around. It doesn't really work. And then I kind of do move it up, and it does work. So I'm like, yeah. I love how he just gets out of his... Jackson is, like, able to help me. That's great. My AT is going to start helping him out. But in the meantime, if you're wondering, oh, Red, what have you spending your money on? He now has a Tiger Ace. And a Tiger Ace, although he has really limited fuel quantities, although enough to get that, is very deadly. But my brother's like, guess what I have? I think that's still Wolverine. Is that Wolverine? Oh, wow, the Wolverine took out the Panther. That's the difference. Oh, he must be using Armor Pen. Nope, he's not using Armor Pen. Or, like, the special rounds you get. 2-star, though, pretty nice. IS-2 still doing damage. I'm like, okay, let me move over my KB, try to help. Because an IS-2 can usually go toe-to-toe with a Tiger, routinely. But the problem is, I don't know. Most times I fight with an IS-2, I lose to a Tiger. But a Tiger Ace is 3 stars. It can fire more, has more special abilities. Can move up my KB, do some damage. Gonna still heal. Crew shocked. Boom. I'm gonna still fire. Remember, a Wolverine can still fire long range. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna keep firing. That thing's gonna retreat. or so it thinks. My KV-1 does the final shot and knocks out a Tiger Ace. And meanwhile, my engineer squads are going to heal the IS-2, and I'll move back my KVs to hold this point, while shock troops move in and hold this area. In the meantime, they're like, well, you know what? We are tired of this. We are tired of failing at life and constantly trying this sector. So Purple has the bright idea to attack from a different angle. Wow, it's like we didn't suspect that going on. But unfortunately for him, he doesn't make up his mind. And in the meantime, while we're trying to figure out what to do, and I move back my KV-1, by the way, to deal with that threat, and move up a KV-1 to deal with this threat, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I use my howitzer. It does a little hit. I'm not sure what even hits. I think it may... Yeah, okay, so it kills one of the medic crew. Which is why I got one kill, but barely any, I guess, ranking. They also have a searchlight, which essentially the searchlight will allow them to see... Oh my god, they can't see my howitzer. But they can see everything else. A searchlight pretty much highlights essentially everything they have, as you can see. But they can't see my howitzer, so they have no idea it's there. I'm just out of range. Perfect. Unintentional, but perfect. KV-1 still dishing out a ton of damage. Artillery still doing pretty nice. Again, I'm able to use this Artie ability, which was very effective at killing some infantry. MG still here, and if you're wondering how this is being healed, I have a half track, which I'm using to heal my guys so that way they can keep going. In the meantime, as you can see, they're about to capture it, and we're like, oh no. So I do the ballsy move of moving up my AT gun, because, you know, YOLO. And also, so they can move in. As long as you have troops inside, they will not decap it. They do throw a grenade, but my KV is going to secure it anyway. And if you're wondering why don't you use the secured ability, Gray Shot, it's very simple. My KV is versing a Panzer IV. And until the IS-2 moved in, I wanted to make sure my KV-1 was dishing out damage and not possibly dying. They have another Panzer IV, as you can see here. I guess that command Panzer got kind of... Oh, wait, no, that Tiger Ace. What am I saying? Anyway, this thing's like, oh, let's try to run. Well, the bridge is gone and there's AT, so I don't know what you're trying to do. Maybe a rear shot an IS-2, but, you know, they're in that position and state, you are not in a very welcome mood to be shooting stuff up the IS-2's rear in that condition. And with that, the Panzer IV dies. Now, shock troops move in. This engineer squad, I have no idea what it's doing. Maybe hiding, maybe trying to figure out a plan. I don't know. But it dies. In the meantime, they're like, okay, so what do we do, ladies and gentlemen? Red is pretty much, has a ton of manpower, decent amount of fuel, good amount of munitions, and I'm going to guess he's going to try to think of a new plan to counter. In the meantime, this guy has a full army and getting more, including Verketenwerfers in case of a counterattack through here, which I do not blame them, because we had the idea of possibly coming through here. Purple is trying to blow up these tank traps, and to be fair, it does take time. So if you're wondering, like, are tank traps worth it? They can be. Sorry about that. They can be worth it. You just have to make sure that, just note that they will not be invincible. They will delay the enemy. They will not stop the enemy entirely. But see, I feel like a lot of people miss the point of the tank traps. Again, they're support. They're not, like, indefensible or, like, super impenetrable holding positions. In any case, they have two Stern Pioneers. I'm like, deal with it with your riflemen. And with that additional rifleman firing, boom, 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 along with this awesome captain coming in from the side, holding in, moving up short range, we're able to do some nice work on those troops. In the meantime, though, they are kind of moving up a little bit. Although, as you can see here, the blob is forming and coming this way, so I'm like, oh boy, that's bad. So I do the only logical thing possible in this type of situation. I fire with my howitzer. I fire with my howitzer right about now. Now? How about now? I know I fire right about now. Come on. Really? I don't fire? I swear I thought I fired. God. Alright. Anyway, it looks like they are preparing. And oh yeah, in case you're wondering, like, oh, they're defenseless. Oh, they have no heavy tanks. Oh, they have nothing to really beat your armor. Jagdtiger. Goddamn Jagdtiger moving into play. Jagdtigers essentially can nearly, like, I think 2-shot most of our vehicles. The IS-2 probably takes 3. But it has enough firepower to hold back any armor that we could possibly have and throw at them. Even the IS-2 has a hard time fighting this thing just because it's the super tank destroyer. Oh, there we go. I fired. Let's see what happens. Did a little bit of damage, not all that much. Okay. I thought they might be healing, but no. In the meantime, Red getting a ton of Grenadiers with his manpower that he's still saving up, so possibly he could get himself an IS-2. IS-2, sorry. Tiger Ace. Oh, wait. Requires no previous Tiger Ace dispatch. So you can only deploy one Tiger Ace? Really? Huh. I did not know that. So I do recon this sector. I realize, like, okay, they're not here. They might be setting up mines because they have a ton of manpower, munitions that they could have. Because again, they're still saving up. Even though we do have both their munition spots, we do realize they're German. They could probably get a bunch of munitions if they wanted to, especially over Commando, which you can set it to have more munitions and kind of make up the difference. And they're still making 31. I mean, this guy's, I believe, still on fuel. Yeah, they're still on fuel. But here comes the blob. In a case, on my side, I've been prepping up defenses, stuff like that, in case they do charge, along with shock troops to come out. And, yeah, we still have some troops. We weren't expecting this, though. Oh, boy. Attack here, and attack over here. I do a nice howitzer round right there. I think it kind of, was like, oh my god, what was that? I think I do a howitzer round. Yeah, I did. I think. Maybe. But the IS-2 is like, oh no. My brother moves up a KV flanker. I'm not sure exactly why. In the meantime, I move up. Oh, wait, there's a Sherman here. Tank was like, I don't have any tanks. And then I'm like, there's a Sherman right behind the IS-2 that blew up. In the meantime, they have all those troops that just ran away. And this is when we realized about the Jagdtiger, because it started... I think it started firing. What's this? The crew increasing ammunition charge size and reloads the main gun for any world object at the cost of rate of fire. Wow. So yeah, it's like a PaK-43 that can fire through stuff. Now, while the KV flamethrower is busy fighting that, I move up my KV-1 and the Sherman, which, thank you TK, finally, to start dealing with this small little threat. Luckily, Tank Killer also moves up his rifleman and stuff to deal with all this. And also, hopefully, to block this area up. In the meantime, I'm trying to heal this. Katyusha's moving in. And yeah, by the way, boom, goes the dynamite. Because, yeah, they moved up and they captured the point. So I used the awesome howitzer ability to hit close range and to try to hold them back. Now, in the meantime, we saw some troops. Tank Killer probably saw that. Yeah, there we go. Wow, that plane is, like, going up and down really weird. I wonder if it's just this map, because it's, like, I don't know, glitching? I actually don't think glitching. It's probably the animation. Oh, my God. He said it fell. I didn't realize it fell that close to his line. Wow. Tank Killer moving up, trying to take him out. In the meantime, like, well, what exactly am I supposed to do exactly? Well, you know what I can do? I can go kill that Grenadier squad right there. But I should probably, like, try to push into their side. Again, Red's been relatively quiet, and I don't want to really move up and possibly go into enemy territory. We're down to 16 points. Then in case you're wondering, oh, why don't you be more ballsy, or why don't you go into their enemy territory and attack them? Because essentially all you're doing is camping. Yeah, we're camping because we have 16 points left. And if we let them even cap it, we lose the game. It's that simple. If we let them cap it with 16 points, we lose it. I don't think you can possibly, because they would just get it back. By the time it takes to recap the point, not only do you have to clear the infantry that already recapped it, but it does take quite some time. In the meantime, we do have artillery coming down. I think it's from that... No, maybe. I know they have zeroing artillery, but what is... Okay, the 200... Really? Here and here? That's pretty wide barrage. Spread over a wide area. Okay, I believe it. Man, do I believe it. No consistency. But, in the meantime, they still have all these points, and I'm just like, okay, let's just wait. Let's do another recon, see what's going on. Oh, wait, no, my recon's over there. Okay, nothing's over there, so I'm like, yeah, they're probably gonna push on your side. No sweat, don't sweat it. So, unfortunately, I don't have this recharge ability. Don't have this yet. So I'm like, it's not recharged. I can't really do all that much. Now I can. So let's move up our troops. The Panther's trying to move up. I fire my artillery. Boom! Goes the dynamite. I think I may have killed that Sherman. But, you know, it was worth it. Worth it. Is that Jackson? I really hope it is Jackson. Yes, it is Jackson. We finally upgraded. Move up forces. Katusha fire. Knocked out the Panther. Moving up. Problem. Jagdtiger. Jagdtiger, although it doesn't have recon, it can still do a lot of damage, and this has enough sight that he's just gonna move over here and uses like really weird angle. This shot should like be firing over in this direction to just start killing us. We do use smoke, that way you can't see anything, but all that's gonna do is move up the Grenadiers without us really seeing it. And when, of course, he does see armor, he's just gonna fire through the smoke. There is an IS-2 over here firing from a range, but I'm like, okay, this is what I need you to do. Very simple. I need recon or like sight on this thing. And they're like, what? It's like, I need you to give me sight. And then explode. I killed those infantry, of course, because I'm awesome like that. At this point, they realize this howitser's here. So they're like, okay, we have to kill this thing. Oh, I didn't kill any friendly troops. At least I don't think. Yeah, so they realized it's here. They fired a shot. Kind of failed. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm keeping most of my troops back. I did place a mine here, just in case. But I'm moving through the enemy lines with shock troops, just in case, and also to see how far I can get, and capture some territory. Because I'm like, okay, if they're all focusing on the left, then all I have to do is pretty much hold them back. By just capturing as much territory just to cause them some havoc, because they're putting a lot of pressure on us over here. In the meantime, I fire another howitzer shell, do a direct hit again. If the howitzer kind of got nerfed, and I'm really disappointed about that with the no precision strike, but direct fire, if you can actually, again, because it's like this angle and it's so close, I can just automatically do a direct fire. That being said, they move up the Panther and is like, guess what, howitzer, you can go die in hell. So, yeah, without that howitzer, we no longer have any direct fire options or barrage abilities. Don't get me wrong, this Panther's also not going to live. Thank you, Jackson. But that being said, the Jagdtiger's still going to do a lot of damage to the IS-2. And look, they captured that point, so we're like, oh my god, they have troops here. What are we supposed to do? I love how this blew up in there. So, my quick ingenuity, for Mother Russia, rush shock troops all the way to mid. Yes, that's right. I rushed shock troops that were in their lines that they failed to recognize to grab that point and to decap it. So, like a good James Bond film, 7 points remaining. Oh boy. Like a good James Bond ending with a timer, 7 points. I capture this point, additional forces over here trying to guard this point. Close range Katusha fire. My KV was able to sneak behind the Jagdtiger, neutralize their target, and we're able to push them back for a like 5th or 6th time. This guy, wow, is focusing on snipers. At this point, I'm like, alright, let's move up. Problem is, I think, yeah, Mother Russia just ended, and when that happens, I believe the infantry have like a decrease in effectiveness after Mother Russia. Another howitzer shot. No, that's not me, by the way. That's Tank Killer, who took over my howitzer. I'm like, oh great, you took over my howitzer. Fine, whatever. In the meantime, I get myself some more troops. So I have a KV-1. They say they have this point. I'm like, okay. They kind of are retaking these left points. So I'm going to refocus my efforts. I have a KV here guarding this area in case they charge, because they possibly could. They did destroy this, so they could possibly get a vehicle through. Probably not, but you know, just in case. KV's guarding this point. I'll have another KV guarding this point, allowing for heavy armor to guard multiple points at multiple locations. Oh, it's satchel charge. I'm sorry, not a satchel. Demo charge. What am I saying? But I'm near PopCap. They are not. I mean, this guy has a ton of manpower he just used to get a sniper team from, and a bunch of grenadiers. Infantry forces to get the point. That's all they need. This guy loves his Panzerfusiliers. And they don't have all that much armor. Although, to be fair, this guy's really close to getting more Jagdtiger. Oh, another Jagdtiger. Another recon's up. I'm going to try to scout this area, because again, they have a majority of the forces here. Luckily, I believe from artillery, we were able to neutralize one of their headquarters. And at this point, we're trying to push up a little bit. Again, if you kill the officer, they're going to force back and retreat all the positions in that area. Unfortunately, they do have a Panzer headquarters, which will destroy any infantry that possibly wants to move up. Luckily, it's like shooting the ground for whatever reason, so it's not really suppressing them. I think it actually might be hurting the Grenadiers. Yeah, it's hurting the Grenadiers. The Verkettenwerfers are waiting and ready just in case armor moves up. Fail howitzer strike. Sorry, tank killer, I can say that. They move up here with Panzerfusiliers. Again, all they're trying to do is capture this point. I'm very quickly trying to heal these heal this AT gun. Conscripts are here. Another MGs on this location in case they flank from this angle. And you're wondering, oh, why don't you have MG there? I did. It wasn't in the right angle, so I put another one there. You're welcome. So he's going to fall back into a KV. I don't think it's going to live. But right now we're doing pretty good. We have 7 points remaining. We've had this for the longest time. Again, all they need to do is decap a point. And again, it took us 9 points off from 16. So yeah, effectively if they do that, if they pretty much cap a point and hold it, we wouldn't have enough time. So our little, like, whatever, how much time we had left, our luck, essentially, just kind of ran out. So I use my KV to move up, start hurrying these troops, run up conscripts that way. Again, they don't possibly cap this fully. Again, we can go down, but as long as we hold the other point, we're still fine. We're still equal and or beating them. In the meantime, I move up my conscripts here, try to fight them off, thinking, yeah, maybe I'll decap this point again, and maybe I'll fight them. Especially with that mortar hit, I'll be great. No, grenade kills it. Like, oh, god damn it. MG still here, along with a Sherman, tank killer, finally having a decent army. My howitzer probably helping with that. 3-star conscripts, not too shabby, along with multi-starred MGs. That'll definitely help suppress troops a lot better. And my KV's over here. Right now, I'm just... essentially, there's a Jackson over here that TK's like, you can have if you want. I don't really want it. I'm like, I'll take a Jackson. I need some AT, because again, all my troops are essentially... just heavy armor. I love the barbed wire they set up here. Just like, why not? Sniper, taking out the conscripts very effectively. Very nice job. 6 kills. Again, German snipers, they increase the health on, so it can be really, really effective. Howitzer firing. Where is it hitting? Why are you shooting over here? Are you trying to hit the blob? Anyway, I still have a KV here, so if they move up with the blob, it's going to have some issues. Where'd that plane crash? Oh, that's awesome. Right next to their base. Almost hitting this. That would have been karma. In any case, destroy all these, like, anti-personnel mines with my KV. I'm like, you know what? F it. I'm moving up. Let's do some damage. I'm really surprised this guy is not building Panthers. Like, he's just waiting. He doesn't have any armor, which I think might be a downfall. I'm not sure why this guy isn't getting armor, but whatever. His loss. I guess he's trying to build infantry and support his allies. It's the best way I can think of. Maybe he's trying to put munitions points as well. Oh, fuel caches. What am I saying? Munitions. In the meantime, after multiple times they pierced our lines, DK has multiple rear echelon troops, as you saw, and is trying to fortify our area to ensure that it stays under our control. I have my KV-1, decapped this here point. I'm like, yay. Gonna move up some riflemen conscripts to retake that point. And since they blew up all the mines, my, wow, that sucks for that squad. Wow, was that a Stern Pioneer? Or just, I have no idea what that was. Maybe just, whatever. It's dead now. No need to think about them. But my KV's still here. I'm also conscripts decapping this point. Gonna try to push into their territory until I see this thing. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The return of the Jagdtiger. Round 2. Alright, so if you're wondering, like, again, Jagdtiger, think of like a Broly from Dragon Ball Z. Again, bigger, heavy stuff, like, let's say, like, Vegeta and stuff like that. It's like, good counter, but, like, small stuff, apparently, like, Gotens and little Trunks can apparently help defeat it. Who knew, you know? So, I guess apparently smaller guys can beat this thing. But in any case, essentially the way to kill the Jagdtiger is with infantry. If you run at it, throw AT grenades, hit it from the side, or even get something very fast. Again, faster target, faster fighter. Funny. Anyway, faster, and just hit it from the back, you can essentially neutralize this thing. But very smart players will back it up into a corner, surround it by infantry and or other tanks, and make sure this thing is pretty much the heavy hitter, hitting enemy lines from long range, and not actually being the fight itself. So they'll move up infantry, spot it, and this thing will take out, and they'll move up, protect it. It can be very hard to take out the Jagdtiger also because of its armor. It has very good front armor. So the best way to take it out is airstrikes and or just very fast attack vehicles. Shermans, Jacksons, even like T-34s going around like an elephant. Even other tanks, like bigger tanks like IS-2 could do that, but the reason I'm against that is because of the fact that those tanks are also slow. So if you have one slow tank, try and outrun another slow tank may not be the best idea. That being said, Jagdtiger just one shot hits me. I'm like, oh my god, I think it detonated a mine as well. I'm like, I'm backing up. Luckily, I think a demo charge right there did some, or mine or something, I don't know. Did some nice damage. They're going to start moving up forces. I'm like, guys, they're on my side. They're on my side. They're pushing on my side. I love TK just putting this here so no tanks can come across. Oh, good. He finally got a Panzer IV. Wow. Okay, dude. Seriously. Panzerwerfer. Panther. Even a Brumbar. My god. Also, look. Return of the Blob. Return of the Blob. Wow. Do you have enough for Kettenwerfers? My god. We are not going to press this area. We know you have stuff here. We've seen the shit from our recon planes. We are not going to push up. Although if a tank did come up, especially a Jackson, they're dead. This is a kill zone for any tank. In the meantime, Panther's moving up. Jagdtiger's behind. And so begins the final fight. They're in the last... Oh, again, they're 54 points, meaning they need to press and press now to win. If they don't, we lose. The end. Game over. Very simple. They kill my half-track, which means I cannot heal forces anymore. Kind of bad. Just a bit. Shock troops move in to hold this point. And we do have my Jackson? Yep, I have Jackson along with supportive armor. They're like, I don't care. Move up the Jagdtiger to shoot close range at the IS-2. Panzer moves in. Try to do some damage. I know, I'm just complimenting my own recon, so be it. Swarm of infantry moving in to decap this point. So we're like, oh shoot, as you can see, we don't have anything there because we kind of blocked it up, so we can't push mid. In any case, luckily enough, AT fire stuff like that kills the Panzer IV. Problem, small problem, that Jagdtiger, still alive. Front armor, hard to pierce, out of range of AT. Luckily, Katusha hit this area. Problem, hard armor on top, meaning the Katusha really won't damage this thing. Even a direct strike on it won't do all that much. And guess what? Howitzer, out of range. Also would be really scattered. Shock troops over here, I do smoke. That way it gets closer. And neutralize them before they can retreat. So that knocks out them forces. MG's here, currently holding. But again, I do not have a half-track. So, yeah, essentially, that thing is by itself. We throw a grenade, try to do some damage, move up shock troops. Gonna try to hold it, do some damage. Throw down smoke. Jagdtiger have a harder time shooting. We're gonna retreat the IS-2. It's barely alive. Second wave of infantry moving up, and they still have yet to decap this point. Not sure why. I think we have another whatchamacallit? Yep, incendiary round. Incendiary artillery. trying to burn out the infantry as they come. I'm destroying infantry left and right. MG's holding them back. Jagdtiger's still trying to do some damage. But again, we have our units to attack armor, meaning for us to fire, for our tanks to fire, his tank needs to shoot at an armored unit, which he can't really see, and he's kind of missing. Like I said, artillery doesn't really do all that much. Oh wow, it's actually doing quite a bit more than I thought. Is that Katusha ranked up? Oh, a 3-star Katusha, that would do something. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. They sent all their infantry essentially to their deaths, and we were able to hold this point with just overwhelming firepower. We had all of our tanks here, Jackson's, another IS-2, Sherman with armor, explosive rounds, put in conscripts, put in all sorts of stuff, and just held this point. Also, we may have possibly rushed here as well, which kind of secured our victory, but that's game. Overall, I was really surprised, because me and Tank Killer, Tank Killer's like, we're done. If GTA was here, he probably would say game over, we lost in the first 5 seconds, probably in the first 15 minutes after we got to 16 points, we can't win, blah, blah, blah. But we managed to hold out and kick some butt. Probably the reason we did do that is because this idiot, I'm thinking probably thought he could get another Tiger Ace. But he had a ton of fuel, and wait, let me see the ranks. Oh, that might be why. They're lower ranked. Well, this guy's higher ranked. But yeah, that's maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure why I didn't go Panther. Usually even 83 is smart enough to know that the Panther is really good against tanks to get them. Maybe he thought to go a Panzer IV army. I've done that before. It's really effective if used efficiently, because there's just so many tanks. But if we look at score, TK to the least. He was tired during this game, is I guess his quote-unquote excuse. But we still managed to do a ton of damage and ton of kills, especially myself. 45,600 damage and 231 kills. I'm going to say most of that is probably from, a lot of it's from my howitzer. Probably a good bit from my KV-1s. But we look at personal and, oh wait, that's not me. That's definitely not me. And my best was indeed the KV-1 with 68 kills. Wow, or 62 or whatever. Took about 13,000 damage. Again, they didn't really send tanks our way. It was a lot of infantry fighting, which I'm really surprised. My brother, we'll look at him. Let's see, at 33,000, second place. Well, let's see actually what Tank Killer. Wow. Again, save up, Tank Killer. Man, you maybe get a bulldozer or something? Who knows? His best was the M10. Okay, whatever. Interesting. And my brother was the IS-2. Yes, 10,000 damage, 38 kills, and 64 kills with the Katusha. Not too shabby. Also, his sniper team was okay, apparently. Who knew? But in any case, that's game. I would just also want to highlight that even if you are losing, you're down to the lowest point. Don't give up. You can still win the battle. You can still win the day. Don't surrender. But in any case, I want to thank you guys for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, if you want, before I forget, if you want to send in a replay, you can do so via my Facebook or email. But in any case, again, if you want to do that, that's awesome. But I again hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.